Greetings and welcome to my fellow Venusian object and object of desire, object of will, a strong will. Welcome to your month. This is May of 2022. This reading is for that particular energy and the season of Taurus in particular. Happy birthday to all those who need it. I think this is a very challenging time for Taurus. There's something about the ego and the desire that may be wildly futuristic in nature, okay? Wildly unpredictable, and perhaps this is something that needs to be fixated on because the general vibe that I get is that there's something mythical in the perspectives of others or outside that is not particularly something that you desire, the mystery, meaning that you would want to bring light to certain things that are a lot more tangible, that also would help you to reach or attain your desires, okay, within this month. And perhaps there needs to be a way to reconcile with others who are trying to find a sense of faith in what they do. At the same time, if you are a Taurus indeed, or if you have placements in Taurus, there's something that generally speaks to transformations that are occurring with others, okay, that you can see them through the lens of this transformation taking shape in how they are losing themselves in order to find the great mystery or the great truth in it all, okay? That's the 7, 8, 9 of the zodiac. So, yeah, let's get into your reading. This does not have to resonate for you, but if it does, please keep it secret. And I hope you bode well in this month of glory. Okay, so there is an element of indecision coming into the future or into the month of May that, especially earlier in the month, there's this a focal point that comes about with the eclipse energy that is approaching, okay, end of April as well as sometime in May. There are two eclipses that are occurring. One of them being in Scorpio, okay, which activates a lunar energy in Scorpio, which is going to bring secrets about, okay, that have to do with people who have been ineffably changed or effaced in some sort of way. It's your job to find the sense that two minds can come here in order to bring forward rapid change for these individuals. You can be a facilitator for this. At the same time, you can be a facilitator for your own transformations that occur in the element of earth, naturally. There's an expectation here of inheritance that is being let aside, okay? If you're dealing with another, no longer are you expecting much from them. That's a very harsh way of saying you no longer are attached to what you have planted, okay? The thing is that what you plant, regardless if you are attached to them or not, are irrevocably set into the subconscious and conscious or unconscious field of your existence, okay? Meaning that the sanskaras or the seeds that you plant become a part of the field of what you reap in the future, okay? This is not to cause fear. I think you've had enough of that in terms of Uranus energy for quite some time. The trick is not to look into the future too much, my dear. There's something about the Six of Pentacles that resonates strong here when it comes to the ability to find equal harmony, equilibrium with the way you impart knowledge or the way you impart grace or your own resources to others. there's something about you giving uh, by not giving a shit. You giving a shit by not giving a shit. Whatever that means. There also is something about the transformations in the past that have to do with intuitive ways of converting thought or prisons of the mind, warping the brain stuff, the neurological structures that we project into the world between, and becoming free of that, breaking free of that, transforming through that. Okay, I really like this energy so far. The thing is that what becomes notable is a backwards movement, okay, from the moon in Scorpio into the moon in Libra. And what does that do? That essentially points to truth coming by transforming the inner self, okay? Truth coming about by transforming the inner self, something like that. Let's move into now the Great Mirror. The Great Mirror is a tool devised by the Order of the Twin Sun in order to see the facilitations between one party and another, particularly that of Taurus, and the opposite, whomever you're significantly or insignificantly attracted to, or perhaps you are affiliated or not affiliated with, something of those lines. But we'll see. I do thank you. This is a 9-card spread, but I might pull a bit more in order to see what's going on. We call on the energy of Shukracharya, the divine Venus, in order to facilitate the eloquence that is required in such a reading. Okay, so this type of connection is meaningful in that it pushes you forward. It allows you to be cardinal in nature. Okay, from fixity, there's a breaking free. Okay, and perhaps that is you on your own. Perhaps that's something that they perceive about you. Someone who is instilling a faith in their own inner design, in their own inner world, in their own fortress, okay? And becoming a master of that. I really like this reading so far. There also is something about them that attracts you in terms of futurisms, okay? Now, you have to be careful, because if you don't spend time in the present, the more you look into the future, the more you may be surprised with what you don't get and what you do, okay? And the surprising can be good, but I don't think for the energy of Taurus. Taurus needs to be more focused on what not only it consumes, not only what it can... It needs to be focused really on the small things, on the joys that come in the center point, in the whole wholesomeness that things can bring. And if you focus on this cardinal energy, you will be able to manifest primarily a great deal of things that are passionless. And perhaps this type of connection is something that has withered on the vine, okay? Meaning that something about it perhaps has given a sense of fruition in the past, a chance to ferment or produce the goodness of wine, the goodness of fermented alcohol, something of that degree. Usually there's something of the vine that indicates sort of a type of entrapment. Okay? Usually it indicates, or at least it gives a pastiche in terms of what may echo in the sort of the progression of karma, or the progression of things that come through time and space, the progression of a great number of things. I mean, wine can be either, it can turn into vinegar, or it can age into something extremely wonderful. And perhaps this is a type of connection that resembles this. The thing is that the person that you bring in essentially has this futuristic quality to them, or perhaps detached quality to them, to the point where this eclipse season will bring them to a type of forefront, but it will be in passing. They will turn your head, but then you won't be deterred from your path, is what I'm saying. And perhaps this vine is something that you will be searching for in the future, but it doesn't mean that you're going to find it. There's a great deal of love and affection when it comes to this, something that allows you to give back to yourself, regardless of what goes on with this person. There's also something about them supporting you in terms of the cups sequence, okay? They give you something in terms of creativity and wealth in that respect. At the same time, what emerges out of this is a strong inclination for hard work and determination on the individualized path and crystallizations of realities that one must attend to. Okay, because I'm seeing a lot of the first division of the zodiac here, Cancer, Aries, as well as Virgo. Okay, very strongly indicated here. You have met something of an equal here, though, in terms of this. This is a mixture of water and fire, which allows for a sort of evaporative quality, okay? The process of evaporation, I'm not a scientist or anything. There usually is an element of condensation, but also a wafting, sort of fleeting effervescence, okay, or bubbly quality to this type of wine. It could be champagne. Ultimately, I think there is a fear here of them giving to you something. They will give to you. They always have, or they always will, something like this. But what it does, it promotes fear on your end or both ends. This giving that they give to you, because I think the cup overfloweth. The cup overfloweth on your end. Okay, this is a very bizarro reading. I can't necessarily give more into the insights of this, other than if there is sorrow, note that it can be repaired by meditation or the stillness of the mind. Also, there's something about this that activates further the houses of the self, okay? Meaning that you can find, or they can find, the strength to preserve the elementary natures here, okay? One is being of fire, the other is of water, to preserve one of each in their own separate containers, or their own separate environments, okay? That is all. Wishing you well. Happy birthday. Bye-bye.